Hi, welcome to the Virtual Design Master Challenge 3, Part 3. The Part 3 was to create an orchestration workflow to publish an application or server to a cloud environment. Now here I wanted to go ahead with the vCloud director. So if it was a vCloud director, there was an additional requirement where I had to have my private cloud where I can demonstrate this task. So I started with deploying the vCloud director appliance and configure it. The second step was to download the vCloud director plugin for vCenter orchestrator. So I'm going to the vCenter virtual machine. So here is the orchestrator configuration page. Now in the plugin, I started with installing the plugin from here. So I just need to locate the .dar file and click on upload. Within few seconds it'll install, and once that is installed the orchestrator server service needs to be restarted. So once that is done, we get additional workflows. So here, so that would help us to achieve a lot of tasks or orchestrate a lot of functionalities. So here in our case, to publish the server to cloud, I had two steps. So here is my workflow. So the first step was to either I could have configured a new virtual machine. So instead of that, I started with cloning of a virtual machine. So as I already had the workflow prepared in the previous task. So this workflow is same as what I had in the task number 1. So this is the first workflow. So the action item which I had created in the first task. So I'm using the same workflow here for the first step. The second step is to import the virtual machine into a vApp. Now if I'm doing this, I can easily upload or publish this vApp on the vCloud director's catalog. From there, I can use this virtual machine as a vApp on any organization. So this is the default workflow which I got from the new plugin which I installed. So if I go to the schema, it's pretty complex workflow where I'm creating a import VM, and then I'm importing it to the vApp here. So if there are any other errors, that would be updated here. And once the VM is transformed to vApp, the status is updated here. So this is the workflow which is running in the background. But here for us, we have a few configuration which needs to be done according to our requirement. So as I mentioned, this workflow I got from the library of vCloud director plugin. So for this, the first requirement is to have the vCloud director. So if you look at this, the type vCloud vApp. So this will only appear if I have vCloud director configured. So unfortunately, I couldn't complete the vCloud configuration because lately I realized I'm running out of time and resources. So I couldn't complete this, but I tried modifying this to VC host system. So instead of vCloud, so I tried modifying like this. So these are all the vCloud types. So instead of that, I used the VC. So I have completed this configuration, but there would be some small mismatches because of the attributes and the parameters which I have changed manually. So here this workflow will import a virtual machine into vApp. So basically, we are transforming VM to vApp here, and there is a scriptable task in between both of these workflows. The virtual machine, what I'm getting here, the major work of this scriptable task is to get the reference ID of this virtual machine which is being generated here to this workflow. So if you look at this MO reference, so this is the reference of the virtual machine which gets generated here in the first workflow. So I'm with the help of this scriptable task, I'm mapping this. So that is about the workflow. If I validate, I'm getting this warning which can be ignored, but again I'm getting this warning because, as I mentioned, I have renamed a few of these, so that's the reason there is a mismatch. So because of the unavailability of the vCloud, I changed that to vCenter resources. So that is the reason, but still I can go ahead and run this workflow. So before that, let's go to the vCenter. So here, as the vCloud director is unavailable, so I wouldn't be able to do much of the configurations here. So if I run the workflow, basically I would get a virtual machine here in the virtual center, and if I had the virtual center at the same time, I would get that vApp on the vCloud director's catalog. Now I'll go ahead and run that workflow. So this is for cloning, so I'll choose Windows 7. Okay, so there is some configuration issues here, so that shouldn't be showing up here. Okay. So I'm choosing a reference virtual machine for cloning. Okay, so it added out. So unfortunately, because of the time constraints, I'm not able to fix this because of the unavailability of vCloud director. So the other option for me was to choose any other cloud like uh, uh, Amazon. For Amazon, I had to get the OEF format of the virtual machine, and using their connector I had to upload it to their environment. So that was about the third task, which is incomplete. But here half of the cloning is working fine. So as we see here, we have vCloud, which is the new virtual machine which should appear here. But the second part of this workflow was to transform this to vApp, which wouldn't be possible at the moment. So that was about the task number 3. Thank you very much.